In this video, we're asked to write out the first 8 or 9 Fibonacci numbers. So let's first recall how the Fibonacci sequence is defined. It is defined by the recurrence relation, the f sub n. So the nth Fibonacci number should be equal to the sum of the previous two. So that's f sub n minus 1 plus f sub n minus 2. This is the previous two. The sum of the previous two numbers gives you the next number in the sequence, the Fibonacci sequence. For this to work, though, we have to, this, by the way, by itself is not the definition of the Fibonacci sequence. For this to work, we have to also define the first two terms. So we're told that f0 is 0 and that f1 is 1. These are, you can think of these as initial conditions, especially if you've taken a course in differential equations. It's very similar. These are like the initial conditions of the recurrence relation. When they get plugged in, you then use the formula for the recurrence relation to generate the rest of the numbers in the Fibonacci sequence. So when we're asked to write down the first, 8 or 9, I mean, there's really 9 numbers we're going to write down. When we're asked to write down all those 9 numbers, we actually don't have to worry about the first two. We're going to write them down, but we don't have to think too hard about those ones. So let's just make a list here. As we just reviewed, f sub 0 is 0, f1, Fibonacci number 1, is 1. And then from here, I'm just going to fill out the list, f2, f3, f4, f5, and go over here, f6, f7, and f8. These are just going to be obtained by adding together the previous two. So f2 is equal to f0 plus f1, that's 1. f3 is equal to the sum of the previous two, which is 1 plus 1, so that's now 2. Now, this is not hard, right? But you can see how the progression works now. f4, this is the sum of the previous two, so that's 2 plus 1, that's 3. f5 is going to be equal to 3 plus 2, so that's 5. f6 is now the sum of 3 and 5, so that's 8. f7 is 5 plus 8, so that's 13. And the next one is 21, and then this pattern will continue forever, right? So these are the Fibonacci numbers. So let's write down these in kind of set notation. Remember, a sequence can be thought of as an ordered set of numbers, so an ordered list, we might say. So in that notation, the Fibonacci numbers, so the Fibonacci sequence is given by the sequence 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21, and then now you can see it's going to go 34, 55, etc. So that'll just continue. But for this one, we just wanted to write down up through f8, and that is our Fibonacci sequence. We will see this sequence many times, recurring, pun intended. It will recur throughout the semester. We'll see the Fibonacci sequence again. So make sure you understand how this sequence is defined and how it works.